From Careco TV, one of the longest running outdoor programs on television today, exploring the country and the coast in search of adventures. From the mountains of the Great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, this is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. This week on Americana Outdoors, we're bringing you the latest and greatest gear in the turkey hunting world that'll make your time in the field all the more enjoyable. And throughout the show, we'll be sharing some hunts where we put these new products to the test. And let's just say, they didn't disappoint.
Turkey hunting is an addiction. It is very engaging. You can be in constant communication sometimes, and then at other times, nobody wants to talk to you at all. And my whole goal there is to have that conversation with the hens to cause a lot of ruckus around us to make that old tom that I know is near me come strutting, come showing up. But if he doesn't, it's okay. Just hanging out and talking to the hens and studying turkey behavior is enough to keep my addiction filled and most likely addict somebody else. There's so many ways to turkey hunt. You can walk for miles, you can sit for hours in the same spot, you can sneak into the roost in the darkness, you can hunt the water, you can hunt food sources, you can have a pop-up, and all of them can be successful. You determine based on the conditions often what you want to do and how you're going to hunt them based on that day. I mean, I'm always formulating a plan to go turkey hunting, and what I've learned is every plan that I have, I need to have about 47 backups, because those turkeys are probably gonna fool me far more than I'm gonna fool them.
As we've seen in the past, Wade has a particular liking for covering lots of ground as he looks for the perfect turkey hideout. Here's his tip for locating those turkeys as you cover ground.
One thing I like to do a lot of times when I'm turkey hunting is if I'm either hearing a bird off in the distance or I'm not hearing anything, and I really like to do this on private land, not necessarily public land, just from a safety factor, is I'll walk and call. And by doing that, I'm trying to, in my mind at least, I'm simulating what a hen might be doing somewhere, just trying to get one to gobble, one to shot gobble, one to give me a sign that there's something of life out there. And in doing that type of hunting and covering a lot of ground, we call it kind of run and gunning. You'll find tracks, you'll find sign, you'll eventually, hopefully, hear a gobbler in those situations, and then you can make a move on them. And if they start answering your call, one of the first things you want to do in that situation is find a good place to get set up. Maybe it's a little rise that the turkey has to come over so he can't pick you out. Good trees, good shade, a little bend in the trail. Just be set up, because boy, they can come faster than you think they can.
Another skill you'll want to have handy as you head out to the field is knowing all the signs to look for that will tell you when turkey have been nearby.
Here are fresh turkey droppings right here. I mean, when I say fresh, within an hour or two, there's an old one next to it and a fresh one right here. For me, when it comes to turkey hunting, I spend as much time looking at the sign, trying to understand where the birds want to be, determining where they're going when they come off the roost. You can look at the tracks on the roads, on the trails, all kinds of different places. You start looking for drag marks when you get into the period where they're breeding the hens. That'll give you a good sense of where a strut zone might be for a bird. I'll look for where they've been feeding. They'll move the leaves around, they'll scratch a lot. You'll see them tear up cow patties at times. I mean, all of those pieces of information are as vital as hearing a tom gobble, because it'll help narrow down the key areas that you, the turkey hunter, needs to be in to find success.
We'll return to the field in just a moment, but in the meantime, take this opportunity to subscribe to our Americana Outdoors YouTube channel.
You know, the failures of turkey hunting are something that I like to talk about, and I've got some rules that I've kind of put in my mind that I break all the time after 40 plus years of turkey hunting. You know, when I sneak in to hunt birds that I think I can call off a roost, I like to get in there in a super low light, get where I think they're gonna go. The toms will start gobbling, the hens will start waking up. I like to softly purr at those hens while they're on the roost, and the toms let them know where we're at. The biggest thing there, you gotta pray they're gonna come your direction. And as they're coming, you know, you gotta be pointed the right direction and try to figure out what's going on. Add a camera into it and you can have absolute chaos at the end of the day. because the camera's got to see the time before you can take a shot. So on this particular hunt, man, I've got birds gobbling all around me. There's jakes coming in, there's hens now behind me. We've spooked birds. We're kind of hidden on the side of the pond dam. And I'm tracking this one time and I can see him. Gentry can't, Gentry can see him, I can't. And the bird gets to moving over here. We're out of the corner of my eye. I see a bird now strutting on the road. And I mean, the sun's beaming through this bird's fan like crazy. I've got birds just active all around me, and I knew I shouldn't make this or even attempt this because we were pretty open to that direction and he was looking at us. I asked Gentry, can you see him? And he makes a perfect move. He gets locked in on this bird. So I've got my shotgun up and I'm easing along. I'm trying to go all slow as a mid-50s-year-old man can. My body's creaking and my arms are shaking. And I get over there and I get on this bird a little bit and I'm thinking, I'm gonna get him. Missed. For the first time that I can recall, I mean, I will. And when I say I missed bad. I needed a t-shirt, a hat that said I missed bad. It's gonna be my new theme, missed, but missed bad. I was low, I was right, I don't really know. I just missed, totally blew it. Well, we did everything right this morning, except one thing, and it's the final thing that you have to do. It's put the bead right on the turkey. I looked over to the right, and there was a strutter right there on the road. I mean, blown up, sun's coming up. I start to sneak over to try and get a shot. And when I finally got over there, I rushed the shot. So I'll be forever ingrained with a beautiful tom strutting and dust flying everywhere to the right side of him. We're gonna be back in here, but what a great hunt. And like I said, it was awesome right up till I pulled the trigger. And when I pulled the trigger, I pulled it to the right and I shot a lot of dust. And dust doesn't taste very good in the grease. God, I love turkey hunting. We didn't get one, but what a show. After missing and going back out and reshooting my shotgun, I actually changed one of the beads on the Tri-Vis from High-Vis. That's a cool feature that you got. You got different beads. I wanted a little bit lower profile one. It wasn't the sight's fault that I missed bad on the other one, but I did like the lower profile. It fit me better, and I actually put a recoil pad on the end of that shotgun to make it a little longer, a little more comfortable for me. That's the first time I've ever hunted with this particular shotgun. Got everything redialed in, was smoking that target out there at 30 yards, really comfortable, and I'm ready to go again.
Before we get back to the field with Wade for his next hunt, let's take another moment to hear his advice when it comes to patterning your shotguns.
I've spent a lot of time turkey hunting in my life, and I've killed a lot of birds, everything with old lead 5s back in the day, all the way to the new tungstens with the 7-9 combinations. Different chokes, different gauges, different situations. And one thing I can pass on is I've seen a lot of different people shooting turkeys, spending time on the range, and every shotgun, every choke, and every shell combination performs a little bit differently. So if you'll spend the time on the range with whatever turkey shotgun that you're using, find the shells that you're gonna use, check out that choke, run a few of them down range, shoot at 30, shoot at 50, get a sense of how your shotgun is gonna perform, where the holes are, where misses might be for you. You know, you might be missing to the right when you look at the paper, you might be low, you might be high. All of that data is gonna help you dial those shots in a little bit better. So when that Tom gives you the perfect shot out there, you put all those pellets right in his head.
We'll return to the field in just a moment. But in the meantime, take this opportunity to subscribe to our Americana Outdoors YouTube channel.
You know, there's a lot of things in turkey hunting that you actually really need to be successful, because you got to blend in with the environment. You got to sound a little bit like the turkeys, and if you make a mistake, it's okay. They talk poorly like we do. Their dictation can be off like us. Their slang can be off. Just keep at it. One of the most important things in turkey hunting is being able to be still and setting for probably longer than most of us want to. And to be able to do that, you need to be comfortable. And that's where the Cabela's loungers really play a big role in some of your hunting success. Because if you're comfortable and you can sit patiently without moving, without fidgeting, there's less chances for that old wily Tom to be able to pick you off while you're moving in a lot of those situations. So when you start looking at the different products that Cabela's has, I really like the Deluxe Cabela's lounger. That particular product even has pockets on the side so it can act as a vest for you. You can fold it all up and even wear it on your back like a backpack. So when you get in a hot hunting situation where a Tom is gobbling at you and you need to sit down real fast, or you're sitting up over a water hole, or you're in a strut zone and you want to wait them out for long periods of time, it's a great product to use. So give that product a look. It's one that I think will help you be more successful because you're going to be more patient, and there's nothing wrong with taking a nap while you're sitting in one either.
Along with comfort, you'll also want to be stocked with the essentials, and utilizing the Cabela's Turkey Chest Pack is a great way to keep all the necessities nearby.
You know, when it comes time for me to go turkey hunting, I generally put on a big vest type pack with lots of gear in there, lots of pockets, lots of access to lots of things. But Cabela's now has this new little chest pack right here that's great for you running gunners, guys that sit in the loungers a lot of times, or basically any turkey hunter that wants to be organized and put everything right here in front of them. This pouch right here has easy access. I've got my rangefinder here. I've got shotgun shells here. You've got a pouch right here where you can put some diaphragm calls if you want to. Very easy to use and very easy to access. On this, both sides right here, you can put locator calls, you can put your strikers, all kinds of different things. And I like how easy that is to keep everything organized. I'm not going to lose them as much. Very quiet to get in and out of. As I go here, this is a great binocular pouch with another little storage area right in here. It's magnetic, so it stays closed, very easy. As you go down further, right here, just where I keep all of my items to scratch on my calls, chalk to do everything I need. Once again, where you can put, you know, diaphragm calls. You can really put whatever you want right there. Right on the bottom is where you can take a box call. Very easy to access. It's easy to undo, to slide it in and out, keep it nice and secure while you're out in the field. I like that because I've actually been known to drop those. On this side is where you guys can put all your slate calls. Very easy, once again, to get in and out. So you've got quick access to them. They go back in there. They're nice and quiet while you're sneaking through the woods. So this chest pack is something that I'm very impressed with. First time I've used it is this week's hunt right here. I'm going to be carrying this a lot more because it's easy, it's lightweight, and it's got basically room for everything that I need.
Camo is another critical component to turkey hunting, as their eyesight is 3 times sharper than that of a human.
Clothing is a key ingredient to all of our outdoor activities, and the Cabela's Instinct line has been designed to help perform unlike any other while we're out hunting. The particular outfit that I've been wearing this year in turkey hunting is actually a dual purpose set of clothing. I've got clothing that's going to be designed for odor suppression as well as an insect shield, and those are 2 key things when it comes to being an outdoorsman. So many of our times we're out turkey hunting, especially, you're dealing with bugs, whether it's ticks or mosquitoes or anything along those lines, and the insect shield is something that's basically built into this clothing and treated so that you're going to get up to 60 washes and still have protection while you're out in the field. The quarter zip pullover itself is very comfortable, very forgiving in the sense that if you're trying to draw a bow or move with your shotgun to get a shot, it's not going to make a lot of noise. It's going to be very comfortable while you're sitting in the field. The integrated hood, hey, this thing's got a built-in gaiter that shields your head and face from the wind or chill or from the game. You know, a lot of times I spend long periods of time sitting in certain situations. I've got that hood pulled up and gaiter across my face. I mean, I feel like I'm a ninja. Nothing can see me when I'm in those situations. I'm very concealed. Another unique aspect is the fast drying, moisture wicking power that's built into this. I mean, you're going to sweat a lot of times in turkey season and early season deer hunting when I think this outfit's going to really play the most, and it basically helps keep that sweat off of you. It's very lightweight, very breathable. So I think if you're looking for something that's very comfortable, whether it's the pants or whether you're dealing with the hood, the top that I've got on, and all of these times we've been out field testing this year on a turkey hunt, you're going to find a product that's pretty well designed, pretty comfortable, and the benefits of the insect shield for me, I mean, that's just one of a kind.
We'll return to the field in just a moment. But in the meantime, take this opportunity to subscribe to our Americana Outdoors YouTube channel.
We're in a drought out where the deer lease is. We're not hearing a lot of toms in the afternoon. They're gobbling a little bit around 7 o'clock. Occasionally you can get one to kind of shot gobble back to you. So I threw the crazy Jake decoys and a hen out at about 4 yards in front of me in the shade, which is, in my opinion, what a turkey wants to do this, in these conditions. And this tom, man, he kind of come over the rise, was easing around that way. And the next thing I knew, he'd spotted them Jakes and he's on us. And when I say on us, he's in our lap. I can't move. He's attacking the decoy. He's pissed at the decoy. He's looking at the beard. He's looking at the fan. He's pecking him. Every time that sucker pecks me, I jump about 4 feet. I'm sure you can see it on the GoPro. He hits those decoys like 4 times. I'm not, 3 steps from him, and when he hits him decoys, it scares me to death. I'm just sitting here and I can't, there's no way I'm gonna make a move to shoot this bird. He come in so fast, my shotgun's aimed this way. He's attacking the decoys. He's strutting in that decoy. He's doing everything. All I can do is sit there. I know it's not an hour, but it feels like an hour at this point. And I mean, this tom is just putting on a show. He's pecking the decoys. He's going from one to the other. He is just puffed up. He's mad. He's making some sounds I'd really never heard. And it's like he's growling at him. He's so mad. So I'm just waiting, and I'm hoping he's gonna move to the left or go way to the right and give me a shot. Well, he goes around the tree, and it wasn't long until he went around that tree. I said, we got fried turkey and we got a great story. How cool was that? We sat here a couple of times around here. We tried to sneak in here one morning. We had them gobbling all around us. We had a good encounter with a bunch of jakes. That one was a 2-year-old bird that had come through, and I saw him coming around there, and he kind of slid in. He saw the crazy jakes, and I knew what was gonna happen. He was checking them out, beating on them, pecking on them, going around circles, showing he was the boss. And he finally lost interest and got around on the backside of that tree, and when he raised his head, I wasn't giving him any more time. That was too awesome right there. Huh? I love the entire experience about turkey hunting. For me, I can have just as much fun talking to the hens. I don't care if I'm the one that gets them, if somebody else gets them. It's just such a great experience for me sitting out here listening to them. Sometimes you don't hear anything. Sometimes you hear a bunch of them gobbling. Sometimes they come stupidly. Sometimes you sit and nothing happens. Sometimes you get a great show like that. Those crazy jakes, they're a big full body decoy. You can put a motor in them. They come with a fan. I actually used a real fan for today with the way the wind's blowing, get some extra movement in them. That was the sealer on this hunt. Once he saw those two, he kept posturing from one to the other. He'd jump on them, and then finally he went around the backside of this, and that was it, and he raised his head up for me. I couldn't take it any longer. So cool. I guess if I was summarizing turkey hunting, I love this time of the year. I'm always torn between the spawn of bass fishing and the excitement there and setting in when I'm out turkey hunting. But when I get out in the field and they're gobbling and they want to talk to my calls and they put on that show and they open that fan and they wiggle that head around and they're strutting and the hens are cackling and everybody's happy and talking, I can do that all day long. Yep, when they're not doing that, it's kind of like watching paint dry, not gonna lie. But when they are talking and they're giving you that show and they're communicating with you, even if you mess it up, you had an encounter. Man, That's like hooking a big old bass. That's like taking a big fan. That's gonna be eating that fried turkey when you're done. The springtime love affairs that I have with fishing and turkey hunting, gosh, I can't wait to do it again and again and again and again. And they may have to bury me in my casket here in 15, 20 years with a turkey call, a turkey fan, and a fishing rod, and I'd be pretty happy.
Hey, thank you for watching, and join us again next week on a new episode of Americana Outdoors. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production.